In today's video, I'm going to teach you some things about water and your health that I bet you didn't know existed. So this is a hydrogen home unit from Healthy Hydration. And what it's doing, it's taking the tap water, it's filtering it through 3 different filters, and then it's infusing this medical gas known as molecular hydrogen in the water. And hydrogen, molecular hydrogen, is known for its antioxidant effects. And anti means against. Oxidation is rust. So think about an apple that gets brown. That's oxidation. And that happens inside of our bodies. So hydrogen is anti-oxidation, against rust, against age. And it goes in and helps your body stay as young as possible. But I'm going to take it a step further today, and I'm really going to show you what's going on. I've been in the water business now for almost 16 years. So I've been around the block, and I've seen a lot of people get health benefits from this water. And me included. I spent 8 years of my life being clinically obese. I had no female cycle for 8 years, and I was in tremendous pain. So now that I have hydrogen water in my life has never been better. So I want you to have the same benefit. Everybody drinks water, so you deserve to drink the best water loaded with these antioxidants. You find antioxidants in vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin C, fruits and vegetables. 1 glass of this hydrogen water contains more antioxidants than all the fruits and vegetables you could eat in an entire day. So now let's get to the cell, okay? In our body, we have about 100 trillion cells. I'm just going to draw a cell for us here. And each of our cells have this membrane on the outside. This membrane is known as a phospholipid bilayer. It's just a fancy term for fat. So in a healthy cell, this is what's happening. Water, oxygen, nutrients, hormones are allowed to get into the cell, or is burned as energy. And the waste, like carbon dioxide, can leave the cell. That's healthy. Now, there's one thing that's linked to every single disease process, and that is too much oxidational stress, too much stress. The stress comes from our environment, the herbicides, the pesticides, the fungicides, the air, the food, it's everywhere on the outer environment. Then we have the inner thoughts that create stress. Have you ever had a stressful moment and your heart starts pounding and you get a little shaky? That's adrenaline, cortisol. Those are stress hormones. That causes oxidation, which causes stress in the body, causes inflammation. And then, of course, your injuries. So there's 3 ways our body gets stressed. So we want to give our body everything it requires to help the stress response. And that's why this is so important. So in a healthy cell, water, oxygen, nutrients, hormones come in, burn for energy, and that waste gets out. Now here's where the problem lies. These free radicals coming from our cell phones, microwaves, TVs, radios, computers, our thoughts, our injuries, come in, and they're going to go and they're going to start to oxidize you, just like that apple gets brown or that rust. See that nail that gets rusty? That's oxidation. And it's going to go in your body to your weakest link, wherever you are susceptible to the aging process. And those free radicals are going to start to accumulate here on the cell membrane. So all this fat becomes oxidized fat. Now the problem is that water, oxygen, nutrients, and hormones has a hard time getting into the cells. Then inside of the cell starts building up with all this waste that's trapped, and the cell becomes dehydrated and very sick. Now things can't get in, things can't get out. Every 7 years, you get a whole new body. But it's not a new body per se, it's a copy of a copy of a copy. So let's just imagine that you have diabetes. Your pancreas is the area of the weakest link. So that's where all the oxidation is taking place. So if your brain sends out a signal to the pancreas that says, okay, I want you to send out insulin because I need insulin. The insulin gets sent out as a hormone, a chemical messenger, but it can't get into the cell. Then what's going to happen? Your body says, I never received the insulin. Now your blood sugar level goes crazy. So this cell, let's say it's a diabetic cell, it's going to multiply and divide. It's called mitosis. So you have 100 trillion cells. The cells multiply and divide. You make a new cell, new body every 7 years with a copy. That's why your health issues don't get better unless you correct them with good diet, good exercise, and good water. It gets worse. So this cell that has diabetes is going to multiply. And it's going to divide. And so this cell, the mother cell, is going to create 2 more cells that are identical to the mother cell. So if the one cell had diabetes, now how many cells do you have to have diabetes? 2. Now those 2 cells, they're going to split apart and you make 2 more. unhealthy cells, which are copies of copies of copies. And so as you can see, this process goes on and your disease gets worse. So what hydrogen is able to do, because it's so small, it's able to pass that membrane, get into the cell, hydrate the cell, and help those toxins and waste get out. So now every day that you drink it, that cell that was, thick and sticky and unhealthy, you literally create healthier and healthier and healthier cells the more that you drink it. Now, some people notice the benefits literally overnight. I did with one glass. I was like, wow, I feel like I can see again. Like the lights just came on. My brain became excited. And I got focus and energy, and I started losing weight, and I got my female cycle back, and then I had 2 kids. They said I'd never had kids. So it's powerful. So there's also some things out there that the scientists know that they don't ever tell you about. There's downfalls to food-based antioxidants. And that is anything you eat, you have to digest. Anything you digest, remember, let's go back to the cell. Let's imagine that you had a blueberry, a whole bunch of them for breakfast. So the blueberry, if it's able to get into the cell, it's going to get into the cell. It's burned for energy. And that waste is going to leave the cell. It's an ash. It gets left over. It's going on. That waste goes on to do more oxidation. So anything that you eat becomes a free radical itself. So it's a weaker free radical, so it slows down the process. Water does not need to be digested. It gets absorbed. So it literally stops and helps reverse the whole entire cycle of oxidation. And it's so small, it can go anywhere in your body. It gets right through the blood-brain barrier into your brain, helps the brain conduct electricity. It's so incredibly powerful. And it's found in a glass of water. And if you are trying to consume a lot of vitamins, like vitamin A and vitamin E, well, they're fat soluble. They can build up in the body, and you can become sick, and you're toxic of vitamin A and E. Hydrogen, there's no risk. You can drink as much as you want. If your body doesn't need it, it expels it because there's no vitamins attached to it. It's just simply goes in there, fights free radical damage, which is linked to every single disease process. So as you can see, this is a fundamental staple to your health. Everybody deserves to drink it. So this unit here makes hydrogen levels, 3 different levels. It makes ozone water. So this is how we attack those pesticides and herbicides and fungicides that are on our food. Also, we want to get rid of the chemicals like laundry soap because those are, again, free radicals on our skin from our clothes. So you can use the ozone water to brush your teeth. You can use it for your skin routine. You can use it for your clothes. Just use a couple gallons for your laundry soap instead of using laundry soap. We can also heat up the water. So for those of you that have inflammation in your hands and your feet or anywhere in your body, you can soak in hydrogen. It's so small to go through the skin. It helps with the inflammation process. So it's incredibly powerful. This unit doesn't need any maintenance other than once a year. You want to make sure that you're changing the filters. And that goes with anything out there. There's a cleaning button here. That's all you have to do. You don't have to deep clean it. You don't have to send it to us every year for that deep cleaning. You don't have to do any manual cleaning. Just select that button and you're good to go. So you can put it on the wall, you can put it on your countertop. There's several different ways to hook it up. So you can go over to our website. We'll put a link somewhere here. You can check how to hook it up. But it comes with so many other things too. So you'll see we have a bundle pack. It has a shower head. We have a supplement, the first in the US supplement you could take, not you're putting in water, but you put it in your body and it helps your gut microbiome be strong. It helps make hydrogen that way. And it's recommended by the #1 professor in the world who founded molecular hydrogen. So you get that with this. You also get our disinfecting spray bottle, which is great for any kind of wounds that you have, acne, eczema, psoriasis. You can use it for foot fungus. You can use it for sore throats, deodorant. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So definitely check out, go to Healthy Hydration. There's a link somewhere and order this for yourself. We have financing available. This unit will be about $17 a month. And you can give it to your friends, your family. It's a tax deduction if you like helping people, because once you have something that's good, why would you not want to help other people? So then you can write it off as a tax deduction and you have the benefits of a thank you check. Who doesn't want to help people and make income doing it? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, share, and enjoy it. All right, get your hydrogen home unit here and we will be so excited that you did.